Now let me explain how to construct a Whitworth thread, that is nothing but British standard thread. Now the fundamental height of a triangle is given by h is equal to 0.96 times of pitch. Now let us assume the pitch value as 50 mm. So the fundamental height of the triangle will becomes 48 mm. Then here the crest and root value both are h by 6, which is nothing but 8 mm. The included angle of a thread is given as 55 degree. And both crest and root both are rounded here. Now using a line command with 0.13 mm as a thickness, let us start constructing this type of thread. Now let us draw the 4 lines in this format. After drawing these 4 lines, using the distance between or small dimension command, measure the distance between these 2 lines and it is supposed to be 8 mm. In the same fashion, the distance between these 2 lines is supposed to be 8 mm. And the distance between the outermost edges are 48 mm. Now after defining these things, using the seam line command with 0.13 mm, just draw a triangle like this. After drawing a triangle, change the line style to chain line and let us draw the construction lines like this. After drawing these construction lines, make use of a command called distance between. The distance between the consecutive thread is given as 50 mm. Similarly, the distance between 2 consecutive threads is given as 50 mm. Now after defining these distances, now let us make use of symmetric relationship. These 2 must be symmetrical to this one. Now it has been symmetric. After this, we have to bisect these angles. How to bisect the angles? Let us make use of a command called angle between. The angle between this line and this line is measuring as 117.51 degree. Now we should bisect this angle. Now using a line command. So let me draw a line here. Then the angle between these 2 lines is supposed to be bisected. Now how much it is? 117.5 by 2. This is 58.75 degree. Now using this one, using a circle command with continuous line and 0.5 mm thickness. Now this line as the center and this is the tangential. Draw a circle like this and repeat the same procedure in this direction also. That is, using a line command, just draw a line. The bisection angle is supposed to be 58.75. Now let us give this angle as 58.75. Now after giving these lines, now once again using circle by center point command with 0.5 mm as a thickness, let me draw one more circle which is tangential to this. Now after doing these things, we can delete these dimensions. Now using a line command, before using a line command, using move command, just copy this circle and this circle should be placed at a 50 mm distance over here. Now after doing that, using a line command with 0.5 mm itself as a thickness, start a line like this, which is supposed to be tangential and it should be connected like this. In the same fashion, from here to here, we just draw a line. Now in the same fashion, now using a trim command, let us trim the unwanted portions of our circles. Now after completing these things, we have to obtain minimum 3 thread profiles. So now hold the Ctrl or Shift key, then select the required lines. Now select the required lines. Now after selecting these required lines, leave the Control key. Then using a move command, move with respect to one of the specified point. Let me take the end point of the line over here and it should be positioned over here. Now you can see one more triangle has been formed. In the same way, we have to form minimum 3 triangles. Now I have formed a minimum 3 triangles. Now you can see there are 4 triangles, but here we could not able to move it properly. That is, while the selection we have not done the selection properly. So let me draw a line like this. Now after drawing this required line, then make use of a command called curve. Then starting from this point, let me draw a freehand sketch which is going to define the boundary. Now using a command called fill, let me fill this surface. Let me fill this surface, which is going to complete the construction of the required form of thread, that is called as BSW thread, or nothing but British Standard Whitworth thread.